in the virtual she shed.
You in the virtual she shed right now. Check that out. I am so glad to see you, Ms.
It is great. It is great to see you too. I think you are out here doing, huh?
I said, you kind of in the building. We on the deck.
We're kind of in the building, but that's all right, because this is still going to count as a sisterhood chat in the she shed.
That's right.
We're right outside.
It's right there.
It's right there. It's right there. We can see it. We can see it.
We can see it. I thought about
doing so
it back there in the she shed, but it's still like I just finished the drywall over the weekend. So I've been sweeping every day all that leftover drywall dust so that I can actually start painting. So I'm like, nope. I
love it.
So cute. So I am not going back there.
I love it. I love it. For those of you who are tuning in and joining us, I am Dana being Dana. And this is Dr. Shon Kyle, my girl, and we are just connecting. We've got a whole lot of things going on, a whole lot of things coming up, and we just wanted to share some of those things. This is Women Supporting Women, and you're just doing so many incredible things, Dr. Shon. So I wanted to make sure that we celebrated you, because you are all about the she, you are all about the woman, and we need more of that. We need more of that in this world. So for my folks who are tuning in and following, can you tell us about the she shed?
Yes, absolutely. Well, it kind of started as just my own personal journey. As you see, again, there's the she shed right there. And so I found this space that I wanted to just spend some time with myself, right? And you see, I'm sitting out here on the deck. I don't mind being out here. The lights are on, but the weather's nice. And in Chicago, we don't have that very long, as you know.
Okay.
I thought about, I have a home office. I thought about making that my she shed. And then I said, well, with the kids being home due to coronavirus and they're going to need a space for schoolwork, that might not be best. My husband has the basement and cave. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So
where's my space?
Right. So this little shed building right there was the culprit. So I decided.
I love how you point to it.
I'm going to clean that sucker out. It wasn't serving anybody's purpose but storage. And so I figured I would clean it out and make it my space. And so when I did that, I started calling it my she shed. And I was being silly one day. And I said, I wonder if I could get a couple girlfriends to join me on Facebook. Join a little group, maybe 20, 30, 50 at the most. Can join me and we can just, kick back, enjoy a place for us, a place that we can either remodel or renovate or create inside or outside of our home that we can be in to just be, to let our head down, get some peace. And Dana, when I say I made up this silly name, right? The Sisterhood Society, because I'm all about sisterhood groups, right? All kind of sororities, all kind of groups. And so when I created it, it was just meant to be a few people. It is like almost 2,000 people in this group. And I'm so encouraged by it. So that's how it came about. And I've just been just excited about it since then. People, your friends text you and people, let you know on instant messenger or direct messenger, or whatever that thing is called, when they DM you. And they're like, oh my God,
down in the DMs.
It's so cool. That she shed is so cool. So
yeah, it's nice. And it's more than just a space. It's a concept too. It's a mindset of creating that space for you. We as women tend to give so much to our spouses or our partners, our children, our parents. Many people are taking care of elderly or aging parents.
Me too.
And so the she shed, while I'm sitting out here on my deck, I don't have a shed per se, but I'm coming to yours. But it's about creating that mind space, creating that time. For me, my shed is really about time these days. I don't have a ton of time for all the things that I've got going on, which is a blessing in and of itself. But you are doing great, incredible things. And that's what I think is so awesome about you. It's more than just the she shed. It's about the whole experience. Not only are you shedding, but you are also lifting.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. The morning lift.
Yeah.
This is you're in your third episode?
Yes, we just did episode 3. And so I said that's 3 of like 3,000 to come, right? So
okay.
This has just been a whole year of transformation for me. I mean, it's just been, people say, this is the worst year they ever had. 2020 is the worst year. For me, it's been the best year. I got married, I started, not just the She Shed group, but my ministry got started, Faith Forward Ministries, and then now the radio show. And so it is 3, we just wrapped that up, and the whole concept of the show is called The Morning Lift. Comes on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. on Intellectual Radio and iHeart Station, and I also air it on Facebook Live, on my business page and my personal page. And then, later on I upload it to YouTube and the website and all that. But the concept was something that, again, I felt like I needed in my life and I wanted to share with other people. So it's about spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental health. She Shed is about those things too. And so it all works together. And so on the show, I've had great guests just sharing about their services, their life story, their products, and all those kind of things that make them move forward in life. The goal of the show is to, after you've had your weekend and you're starting your new week, let us lift you, help you stay lifted during the week with some practical tips, some advice, some laughter, some strategies to help you stay spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally well. So, we've had therapists on and pastors on, and we just had a yoga instructor and
I saw that
engineer yesterday. So
you're so flexible.
Excited about.
Yes,
I try to be a little fancy. I try to be
you try to be so flexible.
So, that's just what the show is about. And I'm excited. This has really turned out to be a great year. The She Shed store is now open. So
what's the website? Tell people the website. Where can they find the She Shed? The She.
So the store, well, if you want to go to She Shed, you can go to She Shed, you can go to SheShedSociety.com. But if you want to go to the store directly, you're looking for great gifts, you want to, put things in your She Shed, we have mugs and pillows and blankets and sweatshirts and hoodies and all kinds of great things. You can go to, it's a Squarespace store. So it's an internet store. So you can go to Shop the Shed. The store is called Shop the Shed. So you can go
Shop the Shed
at Squarespace. And so it just makes it real easy, keeps it in the same.
What's the full website?
shoptheshed.squarespace.com.
Shoptheshed.squarespace.com. Yep. Shoptheshed.squarespace.com. So you all make sure you check that out. Go visit, get you some She Stuff. There's nothing like a good throw blanket or throw pillow to put in your spot. Everybody has a spot on the couch or the bed. You've made up your bed, but you're not really quite ready to get in it yet. So you got this nice throw blanket. You got a nice throw pillow. What better reason or opportunity to have nice, throw pillows or ornaments or reminders, affirmations, just about who you are, about being in that moment. The mindset is so important. The mindset the mindset leads to so many actions or inactions that people take. And that's why the Morning Lift, I'm so proud of you. My podcast, Dana Being Dana, is on the same station. So we are sister shows. We are sisters in many different ways. And the Morning Lift is so good because it gets people going. It sets you off in the mornings. My show is on Wednesdays. I've stopped doing weekly because of television, but my back on air next Wednesday, the 23rd, with another show. We did a show on singles. We did a show on Spellhouse Singles. So Wednesday, September 23rd, we'll be back on radio at 9 p.m. So I want you all to check us out. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about relationship advice. One of the things that I get a lot. People need it. People need it. This pandemic has made relationships very real. It's the relationship that you are in, that you are taking a critical look at. And it's the relationships that you want to have. I've seen people who've been single for a long time become much more intentional about life and love, because they're like, listen, I'm not going to be in this pandemic by myself. This is the last pandemic I'm gonna be in alone. Let me get my life right. So I'm not in this for the next pandemic. I don't want to be by myself. And I think that's valid. That's true. I meet a lot of people who ask me, like, I need a family law. I'm sure you ask, people you get asked too. Can I get a recommendation for a family law attorney? Because people are realizing that who they're with, the situation they're in, this is just not working. I realize now that we were just two ships passing in the night. We coexisted, but that's not sustainable. That's not what I really want in my life. That's not what I really want, for the rest of my life. And so people are making real critical and tough decisions that they wouldn't have made before. People are adopting children, you've been in situations before where you have kids that, you just, auntie so-and-so is caring for so-and-so. They're going to move towards adoption or move to formalize those relationships because we all are conscious of our mortality right now. We're all very conscious of our mortality. And that's, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a good thing, but it's an intentional thing. It's something that makes us more intentional about the things we want in life. If you want love, if you want life, if you want laughter, if you want peace.
Yes.
You said, go get it. You can get it. You can do it. I am thrilled that you and your husband, Greg, joined me for the next episode of Dana Being Dana, which premieres on Thursday. It's called COVID for Better, Worse, or Divorce. And it's right up the alley of what we're talking about making decisions that are right for you. And one of the things that you said you cannot move on until you do some healing. And it's about working on your inner self to prepare yourself for your next chapter. And I think as people are getting more intentional about that, they're learning, how they need to do that to move forward and live their best life. So can you talk a little bit about your experience on the episode? I appreciate y'all joining me.
Yes, thank you so much. It was very refreshing to be on TV, right? Because, when you talk on radio or you talk other places, you never really know, the reach. And so it was very, very refreshing to be on TV because I think what you're doing is so positive and so powerful. And you have really just set the pace high, girl. You've got the level way up here, going from radio to TV, still a lawyer.
Come on with me. Come on, let's go. We all coming. We all coming.
Let's go.
We all gonna be in the she shed.
Hey, we need that too. So it's just inspiring watching you, and I really appreciate.
Oh, thank you.
Being on the show, and the show was so important to me because it showed me in another light, right? I'm on my second marriage. It allowed my husband to be on the show with me and share.
I love that.
What he thinks about this thing. It's his first marriage, but it's my second. And what I liked about being on the show is you ask really good questions, Dana. That's like really gets to the heart of the.
Thank you. And hey, I'm like, let's cut to the chase. Right. One thing about me is I like to be direct. But I think it's important because I think I'm about efficiency, and I feel like time is of the essence. I don't know what that is about me and in my spirit, but I feel like we take time for granted. We take our health for granted, and we take time for granted more than anything. Yeah. So I'm like, let's cut to the chase. Let's peel back the layers. Let's deal with the issue so that everybody can move forward. I'm so passionate about people finding love. I'm passionate about people being happy. I'm passionate about people being whole.
And I think one of the things you asked, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I said, what?
So she said.
No, what I was going to say, well, it reminds me though, of what you asked on the show. You said, is love enough or something like that? You asked if love was enough. And I know you're passionate about people finding love. And I think that's fabulous. And I want to just take it one step further, that love doesn't always look like what you expect it to look like, right? It's not always true. Touchy-feely stuff. That's wonderful. And we all want it. We all deserve it.
It's not going to be a romantic comedy or a romance novel.
I'm telling you something, because I already got one marriage under my belt. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
You need, in my second marriage, what I've learned and what I've appreciated in the healing time between the two marriages is compatibility. Compatibility is so.
I say it all the time. I say it all the time.
That person may not look like what you think they're supposed to look like, or whatever it is you have in your mind. You can find love. Love can come to you if you're compatible.
Yes.
You have to be compatible.
If you're compatible. So true. And that's what you should focus on. What people often forget too is you got to pay attention to mutuality. Yeah. And that goes to compatibility too, because what happens in relation is a lot of times people say, you're perfect for me, Shon. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're educated, you know, and I'm not saying me, but I'm like, you know, hypothetically. But the question is, are you right? You know, am I right for you? And selfishly, people want to latch on to what they think is good for them without ever paying attention to, are you good for me? Are you good for that person? And vice versa, you know? And so the thing about it, and that's how you pay attention. I'm really big on making sure that the energy is the same. So I tell girlfriends all the time, like, if he's not calling you, girl, don't call him. You know, if things have to be mutual. If someone's pursuing you, if someone's trying to engage you, are you also interested in engaging them? And it's a two-way street. And at the end of the day, when people sit back and they stop and they think, they're like, I don't want to be chasing somebody forever. I don't want to be dominant in this relationship. I don't want to always be the one doing the work. I don't always want to be the one initiating, right? Yeah. And so if that's the case, let that drive your energy. When it comes to compatibility, you guys are equal in your engagement. You're equal in your love. You're equal in your affection, your admiration, your desire. And so that's one of the things that people need to pay attention to. Pay attention to the energy, pay attention to the chemistry, pay attention to those feelings that are not just about you. It's not just about what you want. It's about paying attention to what other people want too in relation. But I think that that's so important. And I just want people to be intentional. I'm not an advocate for divorce, but what I tell people is I say, if you decide that this is where you want to be, I say you fight like hell to keep that relationship intact. Do the work. You talked about it being work to heal and move on. It's work to stay. I think it's work to stay in relation. Yeah. So if you choose to stay married, if you choose to, you wake up every day deciding, do I want to be in this? Do I want to be in this situation? When you choose that, go forward and definitely be in that space. But if not, choose it every day and fight like that. I know several couples who are fighting for their marriages right now because they're trying to overcome the hurdles that 2020 has imposed upon them, right? 2020 is a whole hot mess. And so couples are even healthy couples are struggling and fighting through all of that toxicity to get to a place of peace. Yes. And so, but if it's not working, there's other decisions and things to do there as well. Yes. So
that's right. That's right. You got to do what is healthy, productive, what is intentional, what is purposeful. I say all the time, you only get one chance down here. This is not a dress rehearsal. You see what I'm saying?
Hello.
This is your real life. So if you love your life, keep loving it. If you don't love it, figure out what needs to change. It doesn't always mean that people have to leave your life. You may need to do some internal work on yourself. You may need to get yourself together and rethink about this situation. You're not always going to get out of it, right?
All of that toxicity.
You sometimes need to be in it. You need to be still in it. You need to, take notes in it, make plans.
Sit in it.
Yes. And
get your shishi blanket.
That's right. And figure out what you're going to do, because this is not a dress rehearsal. If you don't like your past, I'm 47. So if I don't like the past, 30 years, right? From the time I leave my mama's house till now, if I don't like those past 30 years, then guess what? It's on me. I need to make sure that the next 30 look like what I want it to look like. So you have to create, do a vision board. Make your plan, girl. Make your life.
And it's not going to be what you want just because you want it.
No.
What is the work you're going to do to make it happen? I want this. I want that. How you going to get there, boo? How you going to what you going to do to make it happen?
That's right.
So it's about taking those affirmative steps, putting your big girl blanket, clothes, pants, your big girl pants, putting your big girl pants on and saying, this is the destiny that I want to create for myself.
That's right.
Great futures and opportunities don't just happen, they're created.
That's right.
They're created and they manifest.
That's
and
right.
so it's all about that, you know, and I just want people to be intentional. If you have nothing to do but time, you're just sitting on Facebook and watching Real Housewives of whatever, like, be intentional. Yeah. Set your own course. Decide the things you want in your life, whether it's career, whether it's personal, whether it's aspirational, whether it's a reach. Things are only limiting to you if you allow them to be.
Right.
See the world as being limitless.
That's
See
right.
beyond your she shed, right? You can be in your she shed and it can be your dreaming space.
That's
it can be your creative space.
That's what it
and
is.
One thing I'll tell you, once you remove toxicity from your life, you open yourself up to so much creativity.
That's
Removing toxicity opens you up to creativity.
That's right.
Because you're not weighed down by your day-to-day.
That's called she-shedding. That's called she-shedding.
Yes, it's called she-shedding. It's called she-shedding, and we're going to talk about that more. We are just getting started. I am so excited, Dr. Shon Kyle, for having you and your husband on this episode. It will be airing on Naperville Community Television. It premieres live on nctv17.com, live streaming there. It'll be on Facebook Thursday night at 9 p.m. Tune in. We'll be sharing it. We took some great photos. We'll be sharing it and promoting the episode. But I hope that it's very helpful. Like I said, I'm not an advocate for divorce, but I'm an advocate about people being happy. And I hope people take the tips that you all gave, that the other guests shared, the family law that got involved with us, Mirabella, Kincaid, Frederick, and Mirabella, because they do excellent work for just helping people navigate their next steps. And that's just what people need. So there's a lot of great stuff in there to helping people be their best selves.
That's right.
Where can people see the Morning Lift and Dana being Dana?
Yes. Well, you can watch it. You can watch the Morning Lift on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can watch it on intellectualradio.com. They also have they stream it live to YouTube.
Yeah.
Live, and intellectualradio.com is an iHeart station, so it's there the next day. But I stream it live on my page, which you're watching right now, Dr. Shon Kyle. And
please follow Dr. Shon Kyle. Please follow Dr. Shon Kyle.
Yes.
This is my girl. She's doing some amazing things. Yes, we are women supporting women, and so I'm sitting out here, and it's like Get Out now. I started off like Real Housewives, and now I'm like, I see dead people. They coming to get me.
These lights getting brighter and brighter.
Your lights came on.
The shed was.
It's like you can't even see the shed. The shed used to be right there. We have talked ourselves into the darkness.
Yes.
But yes, please follow Dr. Shon Kyle. Please check out the She Shed website. Say it again. Where's the website?
SheShedSociety.com.
Awesome. So yes, please follow Dr. Shon. Check out the She Shed website. Get yourself some swag, some gear. We'll be back. This is always so much fun. This is so much fun. And you just have such a gift and a light to share with others. Again, check out COVID-19 for Better, Worse, or Divorce, premiering Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dana B and Dana will be back with the single show relationships. We're talking about relationships all month. I'm trying to help everybody get out of their own way. We'll be talking about that next week on Intellectual Radio. Dana B and Dana with some great friends of mine. So tune in. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Thank you, Shon.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for all that you
again.
For sure.
And we'll
Sounds like a plan.
More of this in the She Shed too. This I'm just gonna call our Sisterhood Chats in the She Shed. So I'm gonna do this more with Dana and with other people who want to just
let's do it.
Girlfriends chat, because we need to sometimes just take off our bra, let down air, and just be women. So I hope this is an opportunity for us to do this more. Just in our She Shed group.
I think it's great. Now, before I get stabbed, because you know, Black folks are the first ones to get cut in a horror film.
No, you can't.
And I feel like it's like Get Out. I'm like, help me, help, girl. So much fun. Thank you so much, Dr. Shon. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you all for checking us out. All right, girl.
Take care. Good
Bye.
night. Bye.